Alright, the last property for the flex item is the align cell property. The align cell property is exactly similar to the align items. The align cell property also works on the cross axis, but the difference is that the align cell property works for the items. We can apply align cell property to the items, not to the flex container. And the align cell property also accepts the exact value that the align items property accepts. So here we have the values, that is auto, stretch, flex start, flex end, center, baseline for the align self. Alright, let's discuss these values one by one. Let's target one item inside our container, say box 1. Now if I say align self, say auto here, that's the default value. Save our file, give it a refresh. No changes because that's the auto, and the auto means whatever the container will be having align items value, same value will be inherited. For example, if I say here for the container align items flex start, so the align self will be also flex start. That's the auto value for the align self. But we can also say stretch. The rest of the item will not stretch just because rest of the item is getting align items flex start inside the container, but only item 1 is getting align self stretch. That's why the first item is stretch. For the different values, we can also target another box, say box 5. This time say align self, maybe flex end. Save our file, give it a refresh here. So fifth item is aligned towards the end point. Let's target our box 10 here, align self, say center. Save our file, give it a refresh. Yes, we can see here the 10th item is at the center of the container. And the last value for the align self is the baseline. Baseline here also will work exactly as we have seen earlier. So the item will be aligned onto the baseline. Alright, these are the different values for the align self which we can target to any particular item, and then we can assign the values. Alright guys, we are done with the Flexbox model. We have seen all those flex container properties and flex item properties, and we learn how to make use of extra spaces using the different properties on the cross axis as well as on the main axis. Alright, as we know that we have flex container properties and flex item properties, the flex container properties cannot be applied to the flex item properties, and at the same time the flex item properties cannot be applied to the flex container properties. But there can be one scenario that sometimes we may want to apply some flex container properties to the flex items. So in that case, we can make our flex item as a flex container, just applying again display flex to the flex item. So let's experiment this thing. So let's first of all get rid of these. Actually, we'll get rid of whole thing from here. Now save our file, give it a refresh. We have nothing on our page. So let's create a box first, a big box actually. So give it a class outer. Again we'll take a class mid, and then we will take another div, give it a class inner. So we have outer, mid and inner. Using these three classes we will create three different box, but the inner box will be inside the mid box and mid box will be inside the outer box. So first of all, let's create box here first. Say for the outer, width of say 400 px and height also will say 400 px, and give it a background color, we can say this one. Then mid box, mid, again let's copy and paste, just will change the value, we'll say 200, and for this color something different maybe. Then again for the inner box, that's the inner, then just copy and paste again here let's apply some different background. This time let's say misty rose. Okay, now save our file, give it a refresh here. Second box we didn't get. Alright, both the inner box as well as the mid box is having similar size, so let's decrease size. Alright, now we have three box, the outer box that is in green, mid box that is in red, and then the last box that is actually inner part. Now if I want my red box should be exactly in the center of the green box, so what we can do? So we want this red box should be horizontally center as well as vertically center. So remember the flex properties, so we can apply justify content center to make it come exactly in the center on horizontal direction, that means on main axis. So let's apply for the outer box, say again display flex and then justify content center. Now our item will come center on the main axis, but at the same time we also want this red box should be vertically center, that means on the cross axis. So we can say for the cross axis align items, say center. Now save our file, give it a refresh. As we can see, the red box is exactly in the center of this green box. That's how we make use of display flex, justify content and align item center to get red box in the center. Now again, suppose we want our inner box, that is the misty rose box, would also come in the center of this red box. So what we can do? So right now this outer box is the flex container and then this red box is the flex item for this green container or green box. But now we also want the same thing for the misty rose. We can also apply display flex to this red box actually. So we can make our item that is mid as a display flex. So let's say display flex. Actually we can apply flex container properties to the flex items if we say display flex. Now our mid box become flex container and we can apply all those properties here. So we can say justify content center, then align items center. So let's save our file, give it a refresh. Great, our misty rose box is also coming in the middle here. So first we apply display flex to this outer box that is in green, then we apply display flex to the flex item also, that is red box here.